Hey y'all, this is our first video. We're going to be doing a question and answer today. I have my husband here, Dalton, with me, and we're just super excited. I've never posted a YouTube video before, especially not one with him and I, so today is the day.
I'm very excited for it. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Alright, so we're going to start out, let's give a little background of who we are. Dalton and I are, I'm from Missouri, Dalton's from Colorado, and we started dating about 4 years ago, just got married in June. And so today we're going to be doing some question and answers. A lot of these are about a relationship, which I'm excited to share some of those.
That sounds great.
All right, let's start with some that are lighter. Okay, Dalt, favorite memory from Super Bowl weekend?
Ooh, favorite memory from Super Bowl weekend. Man, there's so many to choose from. It's really tough. Probably eating at Mastro's the first night. We landed in Phoenix, and me and Whitney went out with her cousin and went to Mastro's City Hall. Apparently, LBJ was there. LeBron James, if you don't know who LBJ is, after he had just broke the scoring record. So it sounds like it was this hot spot to be at. We had a great time there. I got a great French onion soup, great Caesar salad. They went light on the anchovies, good herb-crusted chicken, some good papas. And what else did I have? Oh, some white cheddar mac and cheese. Didn't quite make it to the butter cake. Got a little too full, but that was a vibe for sure. And I had the virgin martinis. I'm not a drinker, so I was drinking these martinis that were made out of pineapple juice, orange juice, and grapefruit, and it was pretty phenomenal.
Heck yeah, mine was probably NFL Honors was really cool. Just feeling like two little kids in a big pond, I guess, just hanging out. Going to these events we'd never been to was super fun, and then leaving early and getting some Whataburger at night was pretty fun too. So that was probably my favorite. Dalton, what is your pet peeve about Whit and vice versa? Love you guys.
So hard to find pet peeves because I love her so much, but I'm a big cleaner. I like the house to be very, very clean. Her closet and bathroom, she'll do a good job of cleaning them up, but most of the time they're pretty dirty and pretty, just scattered. So that's kind of a pet peeve. And then I'll clean the counters most every day, and every time she cooks, she grabs the dirty utensils and just sets them on the table or the counter.
They said one pet peeve, but this man is rolling.
That's all I have.
All right, my pet peeve for Joel is literally the opposite of that. He is so organized and such a cleaner that I won't even have time to clean things. I won't have time to put the dishes away, and he's already doing them. And that makes me feel guilty. Or he's already telling me to do them.
I'm a house dad.
Yeah, he'll do this sweet little thing where he's like, I'll be downstairs. Don't forget to clean that closet up there. And
well, that's what I'm trying to get better at.
Yeah,
instead of just demanding things, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be downstairs if you wouldn't mind getting that done for me.
Yeah, he's working on it. Good stuff. Okay, what is your favorite movie to watch together?
Favorite movie to watch together?
Yes.
Man, I don't think we have one movie that we always go back to. We go back to Pineapple Express every now and then. That one gets us laughing. We love children's movies, so any type of Disney movie or Pixar movie. Yeah, we watch 8 Seconds together, but I wouldn't say there's one movie we like to go back to. We like watching new movies together. But mainly Whitney doesn't watch or pay attention, so I gotta answer a lot of questions, and then she'll be asleep, so it ends up me watching the movie.
Facts. Tips for fighting well.
Tips for fighting well?
Yeah.
Well,
how to have
me
a good
and Whitney
fight.
can give some good experience on definitely arguing in a relationship. We've had plenty of arguments to start off our relationship. We started off our relationship doing long distance, so we kind of had to build our trust from the very beginning. And that was tough, especially whenever we were away from each other. And we weren't able to spend every day with each other. We were trying to build that trust. So our first 2 years of our relationship into our engagement were really tough because we didn't know how to fight. But for anyone that's struggling with fighting in a relationship, I highly recommend marriage counseling. And a lot of people think of the word counseling as you need help and you're broken. And sometimes it's okay to accept the fact that you need help in a relationship. And we put Jesus at the forefront of our relationship. Both of us strive to put Jesus before each other, which is really hard as humans. But that's been the biggest thing from my end, to see Whitney and to see myself both put Jesus before ourselves. And that kind of helps us see each other from God's viewpoint rather than our humanistic viewpoint. And ever since marriage counseling, we've learned traits as to not use I messages and not use you messages, not talk about what Whitney did, you, but more like, this is how I felt, this is how you made me feel. And I think it just helped us to grow to love each other more. And now that we respect and love each other even on a deeper level, and we've made that covenant with God, I think it's easier for me and you to be like, man, like, I want to be better for this person. I want to compromise for this person. I don't want this to lead to a big fight because we know we love each other. We know we're going to continue to push through. So let's try to minimize. We fight about the same things we did 2 years ago, but we don't fight. It's a little argument for 5 minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and we're good from there, as opposed to letting that lead to a bigger argument.
Yeah, I like that. Keeping the main thing, not fighting about like other things, which we're still working on that.
We always will, right? Marriage is going to be a constant work in
sure.
progress our whole life.
For sure. And then also tips for fighting well. What else do we have? Those are three.
That was mine.
I had one, but I kind of lost it. You touched on a lot of good ones. Not using you messages. The other person's going to immediately get threatened. So I've done that a lot, and that's just like not a good plan.
Understanding our bad habits, right? I think that's something you've done and I've done, is understanding things that were unacceptable.
Yeah.
Whitney loved to run away from fights. Anytime we argued, she loved to run or threaten to leave or whatever it may be. And that could go a lot of different directions, but hers was running. Mine was probably control and having conditional love. As a man and being in football and being regimented and being controlled all the time, I live a very scheduled life. So I like to have control of things and make sure things are okay. I'm a problem solver. I'm a fixer. I can get things done. And I tried to handle it in that way. And that wasn't the best. And then 2, trusting Whitney, learning to trust Whitney helped make our fights better. That made our fights turn into better fights, fighting with purpose. And I think that helped me, just trusting Whitney, knowing that she had my best interest, knowing that she loved me and I could trust her and put my faith in her.
And also having the attitude of like, it's us. You know, I feel like we have
Team
the
Risner.
attitude, of like it's me versus you all the time. And the moment that if you're in a relationship and that you can get that down of like, no, it's us versus the problem, rather than like me versus you and wanting to win. If I'm winning, Team Risner loses. If Dalton's winning, Team Risner loses. So understanding that it's not about winning, it's about solving the problem. Okay, what do we got next? Do you plan on having kids?
Yeah. Knowing me and Whitney, I think it's probably going to come unexpectedly. Because we love each other so much. Sometimes we get carried away. But I think that sometimes, most of the time, I feel like it's going to come unexpectedly. But no matter what, we want to have kids. I just think it'll probably be a kid we didn't plan on.
Just not right now, maybe.
Yeah, but we'll see. You know, a lot of day left.
To be determined. Can Dalton just join the Chiefs already?
Nope. But I'm a Denver Bronco as of now. Free agency hits March 16th. Right now, we have no idea what's going to happen. But as of today, I'm a Denver Bronco. I'm grateful for that. Grateful to be in the NFL. And we don't know what the future holds, but we know God's in control.
Yeah. Tour of Dalton's memorabilia room. That'll be our next episode. We will for sure have to show that.
Pretty cool room. Whitney's got some cool memorabilia up there too. So you guys got to get on Whitney about that. She doesn't have quite the list I have. So make sure you just keep asking the same question, and I'm sure she'll get that up.
If we have kids, we're gonna have to make some room because we definitely have the room decked out in our stuff.
Yeah.
Whitney, would you get more tattoos? Nope, I got my one and only. Just
what?
Kidding. I'm kidding.
Come on,
I promised Dalton when we got married that I would get a tattoo. So I have a D on my hand, on my right ring finger.
Some of the tattoos she's getting, y'all ain't gonna see though.
I don't know about that. I think I will strictly stick to the right hand. I want to get some more hand tattoos, but probably not anytime soon. How did he know you were the one and his favorite thing about you?
Whew. You know, when I committed to Kansas State, I just kind of had an it feeling. That's just where I wanted to be. I had a lot of different offers from different schools, and being a man of faith and just trusting in God's plan is just something that told me that's where I was supposed to be. And from the moment I met Whitney, she had this curly little hair. She was looking cute. She was flirting with all the boys. She was running the city of Ozark out in Missouri, Lake of the Ozarks. Sure you guys have watched the show. As soon as I met her, it was kind of an it factor. I mean, I was going to Denver, and she was a 20-year-old in Missouri, still finishing up school. We were at very different points in our life, but I loved her from the day I met her, and knew that I wanted to have her in my life, and loved so many things about her. And that was without even knowing what her heart posture was, and knowing her family, and knowing who she was, and just looking at her, just something told me, man, that I needed to continue to fight for her. And let me tell y'all, I had to fight for her for a good year to get her to love me, but now look at me.
You always say that. Need to know about the moment you said that to yourself that he or she was the one. I'm going to kind of go off of this one. I feel like I always knew with Dalton there was something so different about him. But the biggest thing was that in our relationship, he was willing to like figure it out, right? We would have some pretty gnarly fights, like about nothing that would turn into something so dumb. And the way that he just like always wanted to work it out, I was like, okay, I could easily see myself being with this person forever, right? I think you always date people and like, you know, people always ask like, what is it? Like, how do you know? And it's like, who can you see yourself spending the rest of your life with? Like, truth be told, I know that's cliche, but that's literally how I felt. And I'm like, no matter what we come through, like, we're gonna figure it out.
You're cute.
You're cute. Okay, what do I have next? What was your first date like?
I don't even know which one would be called our first date. Probably when she came to Colorado.
Yeah, you gotta tell.
Yeah, we went to, I had met her down at the Ozarks and I said, you should come down. I have some time before camp starts. This is before my first season. I got a concert we could go to, so we went to a concert. Who was it?
It was Cody Jinks.
Bubba shot the jukebox too.
Yeah, there was I don't know who the opener was, but
I think Dwight Yoakam was there, but I'm not sure. Maybe Mark Chestnut.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Mark Chestnut, My Old Country. So I wanted to watch that. Whitney was excited for who was it?
Cody Jinks, but he's
Cody Jinks.
He's old country too.
Yeah, he's new old country, but Mark Chestnut's old country, and my type of stuff, some Wiggins stuff right there. And she came to the concert, we had a good time, kind of visited around Denver, and Whitney was just uninterested. I remember at one point someone asked if we wanted to take a picture, and we sat down in the back of a car to get a picture, and she had her arm around some random stranger rather than me. She was playing really hard to get. The picture is
really funny, but he pretended like he didn't want a picture with me, so I was like, okay, fine, I'll take a picture with this guy. That just shows how we were on such different pages when we first got together. I thought he was this big football player that literally just was trying to, I don't even know, not be serious. And so I was playing the same games. Little did I know, he has a heart of gold and he was not like that. So, yeah. What books have you liked reading together for your faith/devotionals?
Ooh.
Moments Together for Couples is our devotion we read every morning, and it is so good. It adds like real life things, and I feel like it just gets your morning started with conversation about God, conversation about your relationship, how to be better for each other. So I really like that one.
What was the one for marriage?
But also for marriage counseling, we did His Needs, Her Needs.
Yeah.
And that changed our relationship. We talk about that still to this day. If you're a couple and you've been together and you're like, you know, we don't know if we're right for each other, but we want to get married. We love each other so much. This book will literally save your life, because that's where we were. We loved each other so much, but we were like, man, I don't know if we're right for each other. And we dove into that thing head first, and there were so many things that were like, man, I've never spoke to anyone about this in my entire life. Same with him. And it just creates good conversation and helps you. It kind of feels convicting, because there were a lot of times where I was like, man, I need to step up. I need to do that. Like, that's the role of a wife, right? Or a husband. So if you're ready to feel convicted and you're ready to literally change your relationship, y'all should read it.
Agreed.
Got anything?
No, ma'am.
Where to find trendy men's clothes? Have the hardest time finding 2X men's clothing. Good counsel.
Good counsel is good.
Yeah, I feel like that's the best one we found so far.
Yeah.
This company called Good Counsel reached out to Dalt, and they do like membership things, so you can't just go on their website and buy stuff. It's actually kind of confusing, but they reached out and sent stuff to Dalt, and it has been like the swaggiest, the best fitting. It's been great.
Yeah.
So
Big Bellies is a good website too. It's for bigger guys like me.
What?
BigBellies.com.
What was your last argument about? Ooh, that's a good question. What was it about? Oh, on Valentine's Day, the morning of.
What was it?
You started bringing up stuff I had done before. It was embarrassing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was it.
He started bringing up embarrassing stuff, and I was like,
Got a little sensitive. She got a little sensitive.
I got sensitive.
Yep.
Okay. Where is your dream place to live?
Dream place to live. Somewhere where I get snow, but it's not windy and not too cold. And I get some heat, but it's not too hot. Wherever that is. As long as it's with you. Whitney's my home.
Oh. What's your favorite thing about each other?
Ooh.
My favorite thing about Dalt is that he leads our house. I know it's just us two and Moko for now, but he leads us towards Christ every single day, wholeheartedly, right? Like, I'm scatterbrained, he's more organized and together, so I'll wake up and not have a clue what I'm doing, but I'll walk downstairs and have breakfast and be like, hey, let's do devotionals. I'm like, heck yeah, right? And it just gets our day off to a great start. I love the way that he is unapologetically him and loves me unapologetically. I feel like a lot of guys aren't willing to talk about their girls in public or openly talk about love, and I feel like he never hesitates to, which always makes me feel super special.
That's good. That was really good. Mine's the way Whitney treats people and her kindness. That was one of my favorite things. I value how people treat people in this world, and kindness and love, and I love how Whitney treats people. I love how she's kind to people, is caring for people, is empathetic for people, and obviously I'm one of those people that she cares for and is so kind to. But I think that's hands down, nothing even comes close to that. That's always been my favorite thing about her, is her kindness towards other people.
I like that. Okay, what is your favorite thing about being married?
Ooh, I would just say just having like that covenant with God, like with me, Whitney, and Jesus, having that threefold cord tied, and under law, she's my wife. I changed her last name. Like, we just feel more as one. Like, dating and engagement is great, but it's like if we just dated our whole life, like, yeah, she'd be my person and I'd be hers, but we wouldn't feel like that value of commitment to each other. I feel like when you go under God and under the law and you declare it, that you guys are married, I think it just makes it more special. And I think as kids, you always wonder, like, man, am I going to be a husband? Am I going to be a wife? Or like, what am I going to look like? And all that stuff. And it just feels cool to be a husband and to call Whitney my wife.
Yeah, absolutely. It's cool to be a wife, to call him my husband, wake up every day next to each other. It's awesome. And it's awesome to, like, the power of marriage, right? We believe in Jesus. We have, our faith is very important to us. And so I think it's really cool, like, reading the Bible and, hearing how important marriage is and knowing that, like, we're a part of that.
For sure.
Cool too. Okay, sock, shoe, shoe, or sock, shoe, shoe?
Sock, shoe.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay. Did he ever play any games with you while you were dating?
Play any games?
Yeah, were you playing games?
Oh, like play mind games?
Yeah.
I don't think so, but Whitney did.
No, he was straightforward. Very straightforward. Okay, one more. We have one more. Let me see. What are y'all's favorite songs right now?
Favorite songs right now?
Yeah.
Oh, man, this is a good one. Dawn's.
That's a good one.
Is one that we really like. You go. I'm going to think about mine.
Build a Boat. I don't know who it's by. I can look it up. My favorite songs right now are Build a Boat by Colton Dixon, More Like You, Todd Galbraith, and Firm Foundation by Maverick City Music.
Ooh, those are good. More Like You, Todd Galbraith, Awesome God by Michael W. Smith, My God Is Still the Same by Sanctus Real, and then let me go to my hood rap playlist, and I Ain't Gotta Grow Up by Logan Mize.
Super hood rap.
Yeah, Dirt Road by Kid G. Kid G, if you're out there, shout out, you're my dog. And Sex on Fire by Kings of Leon.
I like it. That concludes our Q&A for the day.
Boom, peace.
Dalton and I had so much fun doing this. We have some super cool stuff coming up soon, so stay tuned. It's in the works right now. And yeah, we're excited about it.
We appreciate y'all. God bless. Give me a kiss.
God bless, and go Dalton Risner.